Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tier List Tuesday. Today we are looking at chips and chip adjacent treats. Now, I thought this was going to be easy when I clicked on the link, like, oh yeah, how many chips are there? This isn't a lot, but it's more than I was expecting, because like they do something smart here where like they don't go crazy with the flavors, but they give you like the right idea. Like, you're not getting every weird off-brand flavor here, but you're getting the big ones that have an impact. So I think we're just gonna dive right in. Now, Bugles, the only rep for Bugles that they have here is the original Bugle, which is certainly the worst Bugle. I don't like Bugles that much, and these are just like kind of flavorless nothings. I'm starting off with an unbearable here. I think Bugles are pretty awful. The only real upside they have is you could put them on your fingers and have a cool little claw. But I don't think that's enough for a chip to be delicious and good. And as you know, we grade on a curve here, so there might be other things joining down here in the unbearable. There's probably going to be some stuff up here in wonderful, but it's all graded on a curve, so that's just how it goes. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, big contender for a great treat. The fact that they have the cheddar jalapenos is crazy, and then we also have standard and puff, and then we have Cheezers fries, which are, you know, also a Cheeto to a degree. So I'm thinking that let's start with normal, right? Normal Cheetos are an A tier treat. They are delicious, they are crunchy, they are wonderful, they are near perfect, and then they went and perfected it a few times. Flamin' Hot Cheetos and cheddar jalapeno are wonderful tier chip snacks. They are so good. That little extra kick that you get from both of them is delicious. Flamin' Hot's like a brand almost because of how good they are with Cheetos. Puffs, I like a good Cheeto puff, but I think everyone knows that puffs are slightly worse than normal. The doodles are not, when you say give me a Cheeto and someone brings you a doodle, you're like, all right, I can work with this, but it's not really what I wanted. And the fries are unique enough to, I think they're probably going to be in the same range as puffs. These are specifically Flamin' Hot fries. Fries are a whole subsection of Cheeto. I'm going to put these in the B tier and treat them as normal fries, because if they were Flamin' Hot, they'd be here. And they do say, you know what? They say Flamin' Hot. I gotta do it. I'm abiding by the picture. Those are Flamin' Hot Chester's fries, and they are delicious. Cheez-Its, the original, and the white cheddar is up next. These are two great ones. When I was a kid, white cheddar Cheez-Its were my absolute favorite, and as I grew up, I preferred normal. So at this point in time, I think the normal ones are a little better than the white cheddar ones. So I'm thinking that this is A tier for normal Cheez-Its and B tier for white cheddar. Both very good, would not turn either down, but these are a little too dusty, and that flavor is, you know, it's a good kid flavor. Just something about it, as time goes on, it drops a little. Now we're at the Doritos, and they included the big three. They included nacho cheese, Cool Ranch, and then the spicy sweet chili, which is a lot of people's favorites. It's the only weird flavor they included. I will say right now that my favorite Dorito flavor isn't here. I'm a spicy nacho guy. Nacho is very good though. I think anyone would be crazy to not put the original Doritos nacho cheese chip in the wonderful tier. Now this is where I'm gonna get slack. I don't love many other Doritos flavors. It's really just nacho cheese and spicy nacho. So both of these are going to land much lower on my tier list than the average person. A lot of people love Cool Ranch even more than the original. A lot of people like spicy sweet chili. I think Cool Ranch is fine. I would put it in the B tier. I think I could take them, I could leave them. They're fine. Honestly, they might even be C tier. We'll cross that road when the shuffling comes. Like, these are very whatever to me, and I actually don't really even like spicy sweet chili. They're better than Bugles, which are nothing. But like, this is genuinely how I feel, and I know in the comments you're flaming me, and you're welcome to. Flame me in those comments. Let me know what you think on Doritos, but this is my tier list, and I don't like these two. I like this one. Fritos. Well, let's do this. This is how it needs to be addressed. Fritos and normal corn chips are basically only good for being an ingredient in things. They are not that good out of the bag. I will put them in the unbearable tier. But Simply by twisting the Frito and adding honey barbecue to it, it becomes a wonderful tier snack. Fritos honey barbecue twists are one of the best chips out there. And if you haven't tried them and because you don't like Fritos, I understand that. Do it. They're so good. You like barbecue flavored things. It's like, honestly, it might be better than any barbecue flavored chip I've ever had. They're so good. All right, next up, Funyuns. Funyuns are like, you know, one of the few things on this list that are like, that's it. There's no other flavor. You get Funyuns. Do you like them or you don't? I think Funyuns are pretty good. I think they're gonna go in the. I think they're a C tier snack. Onion flavored things. They're, you know, not super common, but I think they're good. They're fun. They're yuns. I think lower than a B would be mean. All right, goldfish, rainbow goldfish, and flavor blasted goldfish. In this case, extreme pizza, but due to the lack of any other flavor blast, I'm assuming this is just a representative of flavor blasted goldfish. Flavor blast, you know, comes with a pro and a con. Very simple. Pro, they are more flavorful. If you like the flavor you get more of that flavor. Con, they are dusty and messy. I think the normal goldfish has such a good taste that you don't need to flavor blast it unless you're doing a crazy flavor. Like flavor blasted pizza or cheese is like, what are you doing? Maybe if you're going off the reservation like a barbecue, I could understand it, but I actually think that normal goldfish are superior to flavor blasted. And you know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing that I've overestimated a lot of things here. Because I was thinking it with Funyuns. I think like I like Funyuns more than these two things, and I was just gonna reflect that in the shuffle. But I think that Puffs and white cheddar Cheez-Its are actually C tier snacks, and now because goldfish and goldfish are also B tier. Flavor Blast, it'll go one down. If you want them, I get it. It's like a white cheddar situation with Cheez-Its. I think Cheez-Its are, ooh, you know what? I don't think Cheez-Its are better than goldfish. I like goldfish more. That's what we're doing right now. It's crazy. A lot of swinging in the middle of the tier list. We don't do that very often, but this is like, I'm working with it as it goes. Love goldfish. Rainbow goldfish are the exact same as normal goldfish. If you didn't know that, they taste exactly the same. They're just colorful. So same tier. And then Flavor Blast is down here, I think, with the white cheddar. And I'll move Puffs up. There we go. All right. Kettle brand potato chips are nuts. They are so good. Only a handful of flavors represented here, but I gotta tell you, they got my favorite one. Jalapeno Kettle chips are a wonderful tier chip. They are so good. They have such a unique flavor, and the crunch a Kettle brand chip brings is unlike any other chip in the game. Sea salt, this is like your normal potato chip with Kettle brand. It's better than any normal chip, and normal chip is probably like a C or a B, so I'm thinking we'll put sea salt in B for now, and we'll either be higher than a normal chip or whatever. We'll cross that bridge. Now, salt and vinegar. Before I do anything here, does salt and vinegar have another rep on here? It doesn't. What the hell are shrimp chips? So this is an overarching, not only is this a Kettle chip, this is a flavor rep. This is the only salt and vinegar on here. Another very popular flavor that I'm not into. I do not like when the food hurts me. It's tasty, like maybe one or two of them, but I cannot eat a bag of salt and vinegar chips. They hurt. They just genuinely hurt. So I think I gotta put them down here in the D tier, which is like the I will have maybe 5 and then be done. Again, I know, controversial. This is gonna be a lot of people's number one. I get it. I'm not discounting the flavor, discounting my mouth. I'm a baby. I can't handle it. Lay's baked. I like Lay's baked. It looks like we have the baked version of all the Lays. Oh, wait a minute. There's another salt and vinegar. We're gonna discuss this when this comes, but obviously Kettle's better than Lay's. So we've got baked of all the 3 big flavors of Lay's. I think baked Lay's might actually be like better than normal Lay's. They have a different texture and they're healthier. But they still taste really good. I'm comfortable saying they're great. Let's talk about normal. We'll talk about the flavors though. Normal baked Lay's. Normal chips, like I said, are like a C tier. That's where those go, as well as normal Lay's. They're virtually the same. Barbecue, I think Again, they're gonna end in the same tier, but this is one of the ones that I think that the baked comes through, because the texture that baked brings with the flavor of barbecue, I think works better than the normal chip type, actually. So this might end up higher than normal barbecue. And you got sour cream and onion. Sour cream and onion is, like, I think, like the pinnacle of chip flavor. I don't know if anyone's gonna disagree with that. I believe Good Mythical Morning agrees this is the best chip flavor, and then, you know, baked is just a little different. This is the one where I'm gonna put them in the same tier. I think baked sour cream and onion is actually, I'm gonna say, the B tier with these other ones. But I think a normal sour, this is one exception to the baked rule, but I think a normal sour cream and onion chip is a wonderful tier snack, man. You can't disagree. Salt and vinegar. This is definitely worse than Kettle salt and vinegar. So at the very least, they're going into the same tier. If this tier starts to fill up, I might even give Kettle salt and vinegar a bump up a tiers because of how much superior the chip formation is. Pretzels. Pretzels are, there aren't a lot on this list because they're kind of indistinguishable from one another, like a rod versus a twist versus a stick. They're all very similar. The one thing that I think is a glaring omission on this list is the Snyder flavor pretzels, which are, like, you know, the honey mustard and onion, the buffalo. There's a lot of those, and those are, like, literally my favorite things ever. So that would be a wonderful tier. Pretzels are an A tier for sure. They might even go into the wonderful tier. I love pretzels. They're one of my favorite salty snacks. I wish there was more than just these rolled gold twists available to score. But as a pretzels connoisseur, I think these are very good. They're not in the grand scheme of pretzels, but pretzels in the chip world, I think, live high. I like them. They're different. Normal Pringles and sour cream and onion Pringles. I like Pringles way more than normal chips. So normal Pringles go above normal Lay's. Sour cream and onion Pringles go above normal Pringles. It's just that easy. They go above Lay's. You see, the Lay's sour cream and onion chip is such a classic chip. I don't think it is better than that, but I do like a good Pringle. I think this is what I'm comfortable with. I don't know if it makes any sense. Like, why does it go normal Lay's, normal Pringles, sour cream Pringles, normal sour cream Lay's? I don't know, man. It's just how I'm feeling. Cheddar and sour cream Ruffles are so good. I can't believe this flavor doesn't exist in any other brand other than Ruffles and maybe Pringles, but, like, sour cream and cheddar is a good idea, and Ruffles, it's like their big signature flavor that isn't anything else. Incredible. A tier, I think. I think that's an A tier chip. And normal Ruffles are way better than Lay's. I like that wavy texture. I like that. It's an in between Lay's and Kettle is like a Ruffle. And you know what? I'm bumping cheddar sour cream Ruffles into the A tier to put Ruffles. I mean, to the wonderful to put Ruffles in the A, because that's where I think it belongs. We'll talk about all this other stuff when we get there, but I think I'm feeling comfortable with that move. Shrimp chips. Gotta be real, man. We found a chip I've never had. I've never had a shrimp chip. My guess is that it is like a pork rind, but it is shrimp flavored. And pork rinds aren't good. And now if you're making them fish flavored, they're even worse. I should make a tier that says never tried. I should do that, but I'm going to use my brain, my thinking brain, come up with a hypothesis that these are awful. I'm going to put them in the unbearable tier. All right, Sun Chips has a few reps here, which is surprising. I like a good Sun Chip, man. I know they're a little underrated. I think they're very good. I think the original Sun Chip can play with an original Lay. I think they're good. And I think all the flavors are a little bit better than that. I think Harvest Cheddar is B. I think the salsa is also B. It's also a unique flavor that only Sun Chip has, like a nice little peppery salsa. But the French onion is the coup de grace of the Sun Chip, which I'm gonna put in the A tier. It's a very good chip. I like it quite a bit. Takis, newest player in the game, man. They are the new chip. They get that texture of delight by rolling the chip into a stick, and it's great. And they're hot. There's a lot of different ones that I've never tried. These are like the normal hot ones. I think they're good. I think they're an A tier chip. I think Takis came into the game strong. And finally, Tostitos, Dip's favorite friend. You gotta put that in the wonderful tier. It's not a party without Tostitos. I like eating them plain, and of course, a delicious vessel for any dip you have. There's no dip that doesn't match with Tostito. So I gotta put that in the wonderful tier. So here are tiers with our chips. Time to start doing some moving around. The unbearable tier is perfect the way it is. Shrimp chips sound disgusting. Fritos are bad. Bugles are boring. Unbearable tier is done. So is the D tier. Boring salt and vinegar, tasty salt and vinegar, spicy sweet chili. Done. Love the crunchier, but again, it hurts. These are just not at my favorite, but these hurt me. C tier, we gotta do some moving here. I'm gonna go with Sun Chips at the top, believe it or not. Then Flavor Blasted Goldfish, then Cool Ranch Doritos, then Baked Lay's, then White Cheddar Cheez-Its, then normal Lay's. This is my preference. I like Sun Chips, man. I don't know what it is about them. They have a unique flavor. These are a little messy, but they're still tasty. Cool Ranch Dorito, again, not my favorite, but I prefer it to this Dorito. And then I like the Baked Lay's more than the normal Lay's, and then White Cheddar kind of just nestles itself in the middle there. Okay, B tier. Always our biggest tier, the B tier. It's like your average tier. You know, it's like where all the magic's happening. I'm thinking, what's the worst thing in this tier, right? We start with that. The worst thing in this tier is the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips. Then it is the Green Salsa Sun Chip. Then it's probably Funyuns. Then I'm gonna say it is Barbecue Lay's. Nah, then it's Cheetos Puffs, Pringles below Cheetos Puffs, Barbecue Lay's, Baked Barbecue, Baked Sour Cream and Onion, Cheez-Its, normal Kettle chips. That's the B tier. I feel comfortable about that. A tier, I'm shoving, let's see. I think normal Ruffles are probably the lamest. No, Sour Cream and Onion Pringles. Then normal Ruffles. No, Ruffles, then Sour Cream and Onion Pringles. This is a tough one. Ruffles, then Sour Cream and Onion Pringles. Then French Onion Sun Chips. Then Takis. Then Pretzels. These normal bland pretzels. Then Rainbow Goldfish over normal Goldfish, because there's no difference, is that this one's more colorful and fun, so there's no reason not to put them like in this order. And then I'm thinking I think I might like Goldfish more than a normal Cheeto, because they're like crackers. They're more snackable. I think I'm gonna put normal Cheetos here, and then again, if these were normal fries, they go here. If they are flaming hot like this picture says, they go here. I'm treating them like the picture says. If they are meant to simply be a representation of fries, they should be one lower. What I would have done here was just ignored this altogether and put hot fries on here, as those are a very popular chip. And if they were hot fries, they'd be right here, I think. So I'm comfortable with that. The wonderful tier, where the magic happens. The most boring chip in here on its own is the Tostito. Can you judge it based on the fact that it is the only chip on this whole list that and normal Ruffles and normal Lay's that are meant to get dipped? But Tostitos have the advantage because they can go in queso and salsa. Ruffles and classics only really go in like a sour cream and onion dip or a French onion dip. I think Tostitos, I appreciate their versatility. I think if I gotta judge them plain though, I think that puts them at the bottom of the tier. Then I'm gonna go for the cheddar jalapeno Cheetos. Then sour cream and onion Lay's. Top 5. Oh man. I'm thinking normal Doritos go here, then cheddar sour cream Ruffles. And then I'm doing Fritos flavor twists, flaming hot Cheetos, and Kettle jalapenos #1, man. I'm telling you, if you're into a spicy chip, this is the best thing on the market. So let's run through the tier list. Shrimp chips, the bottom, normal Fritos, Bugles. Then salt and vinegar Lay's, salt and vinegar Kettle, spicy sweet chili Doritos, classic Lay's, white cheddar Cheez-Its, baked classic Lay's, Cool Ranch Doritos, Flavor Blasted Goldfish, normal Sun Chips, Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips, Salsa Sun Chips, Funyuns, Pringles, Cheetos Puffs, Lay's Barbecue, Baked Lay's Barbecue, Baked Lay's Sour Cream and Onion, Cheez-Its, Sea Salt Kettle, Ruffles, Sour Cream and Onion Pringles, French Onion Sun Chips, Takis, Pretzels, Cheetos, Hot Fries, normal Goldfish, Rainbow Goldfish, Tostitos, Jalapeno Cheddar Cheetos, Sour Cream and Onion Lay's, Doritos, Sour Cream and Onion and Cheddar Ruffles, Honey Barbecue Flavor Twist Fritos, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and the winner, the Kettle Jalapeno Chip. That's gonna do it for today, man. I just want to point out the craziness of like the 2 Fritos reps. You got like a bottom of the barrel and a top 3. Like Fritos, man, like stop it with this, man. Work up your game. You got the chili Fritos too. I don't know why they weren't on this list. Those are good, man. Just don't release normal Fritos. They are bad. No one's snacking on a corn chip these days, bro. Well, that's it for Tier List Tuesday. Please leave in the comments whether or not you liked the video and what you thought about it, and also how you would have ranked these chips, what chips you thought were glaring omissions, and also what tier list you'd like to see in the future. Click that like button if that subscription button is still red. Make sure you make it gray by clicking on it. Click that bell if you want to know when I upload things, seeing as I have no real schedule that I follow. And check out Dinger City, link in the description, man. It's my other channel. That one's popping off. We got almost 1,000 new subscribers in the last week, man. Like, things are going on over there. I recommend checking it out. Other than that, I'm Wonderberry HD, and you've been you. Peace out.